In this chapter, we're going to take a look at how you can get started with Adobe Edge Animate by using the animation techniques you're familiar with inside of Sencha Animator. Now in Sencha Animator, we have a main stage in the middle of the screen. We have our timeline at the top of the screen, and we can see individual keyframes for all of the items on the stage. On the right-hand side, we have a Properties panel, a Library panel, and then a Project panel. Inside of the Library panel, we can see all of the assets that we have available to our Sencha Animator project. Now on the left-hand side of the screen, we have our Tool panel, and down at the bottom, we can see these two icons down here showing us different scenes. In order to help us organize our animations, Sencha Animator uses the notion of scenes, where we can have separate animations across different panels or scenes within one composition. In the Edge Animate environment, we have a stage that's near the top of the screen. The timeline is underneath, again showing keyframes down here along the timeline. On the right-hand side, we have our Library panel, showing us access to all of the images. In addition, we have this notion of symbols inside of Edge Animate, and we can also create web fonts inside of here. In the top, we see the Elements panel. This shows us all of the HTML markup that Edge Animate's going to create. Or if we open existing HTML, it'll show us the HTML markup inside of that structure to give us ability to animate those pieces as well. And on the left-hand side, we have our Properties panel. Now the Properties panel is contextual to anything that we select. So if I come over to the stage and select the red apple, for example, I'll see this light up with all of the properties that I can change for that particular object. And then finally at the top of the screen are all of the tools in the Tool panel. So now that we're familiar with the interface, next we'll talk about creating animations.